So Joe Jones. I fell in love with you the first time we had a Zoom call during COVID.
I didn't turn up to it.
Was I just talking to myself?
No, because I was late. I totally forgot about it, and then I realised, and I was mortified. And then you were just lovely. So,
but then you turned up, and you just blew me away, because what you are doing with beauty banks is insane. You know, we know all the stats. 8 million people across the UK can't get access to food, and all of this, and that's all talked about. Marcus brought that to life, but you just woke me up to hygiene poverty and this whole
other issue,
right? And what it does for teens and how it fuels mental illness. Tell me.
Well, it's so, if you can't afford food, you can't afford either for yourself or your family, you're not going to be able to afford things like shampoo, shower gel, toothpaste, and all those things that we just chuck in our basket. You know, when you go shop, like toothpaste, whatever, you don't even think about it, just chuck them in. And for some people, they're luxuries. And the idea of going through your day without being able to brush your teeth, wash your hair, you know, put deodorant on, is just awful. And especially if you're any human, it's awful. If you're a school child, it's particularly awful. You know, it makes, if you can't, school's hard anyway, being a teen's hard anyway, and you are naturally quite smelly when you're a teenager.
Tell me.
I know, because I've got one. They are naturally quite smelly. And just this idea that it actually stops them from participating in class, keeps them small. They sit at the back, they hide, they just want to be invisible. And that idea just horrified me, that idea that people would feel like that because they can't afford something as cheap and inexpensive as shampoo and shower gel. So we just decided to do something about it. And luckily, Sally and I, my co-founder, and I both work in the beauty industry, and we know it's a very generous industry. Lots of money in the industry, lots of product, lots of abundance, but also lots of waste. So the idea was just simple. We would take from the haves and give to the don't haves, and just, you know, operate as a sort of middle person and as shameless hustlers, which Sally says that we are.
and bringing love to these people, because it's not just about giving them the product, right?
No.
It's actually it's having such a bigger effect than that, right?
Yeah, because if you think about, like, being clean isn't just about smelling nice and these kind of things, and looking good. It's about feeling good inside. It's about your well-being, your self-confidence. It's about your dignity and your pride.
Totally.
And if you just reverse engineer your day without being able to do all of those things, like brush your teeth and whatever, you would feel awful, wouldn't you? And you'd sort of pull yourself away from people. You wouldn't want to go close. Sometimes I forget to brush my teeth. I know, because I'm such a savage. Right, and I've got so much things on in the morning, so I always have a toothbrush in my bag. But if I feel like, oh my God, if I've not brushed my teeth, I always pull back from people, because the idea that someone's saying, "Oh, Joe Jones, that stinky breath." Do you know what I mean?
You don't. You smell fabulous, by the way.
Definitely brushed them this morning. But that idea, like, it does keep people small. And also, but during the pandemic, what was interesting was that being clean became more of a different matter. It became a matter of safety.
Yeah.
And being safe and being healthy. You had to wash your hands 10 times a day. You know, you had to use hand sanitizer.
And you were helping people in the hospitals, right? You had all these packs going out to
NHS
nurses,
staff.
NHS staff.
There was a lot of overwhelmed, and still are overwhelmed, NHS nurses, doctors, porters, receptionists. So what we did was we collected really elevated beauty treats from brands like the Estee Lauder companies and Kiehl's and Wren, who all donated products to us. We created packs, wellness packs, and we sent them to NHS staffs across the country. And actually, it's, you know how you feel when you get something that's lovely, like a lovely bath treat or something like that. It just
you feel
sort of
loved.
Like, you feel loved, you feel lifted. So coming off of a long, hard shift where you've seen a lot of sadness and possibly a lot of death and suffering, you then have a little bit of a treat. So we did that for almost a year, actually. I think we went to about 200 care homes, hospitals, and and just people that are out in the field looking after people in their community. So yeah, it's rewarding.
And it's so beautiful, right? Because so many of these companies are under criticism, particularly with all the climate stuff and everything. So you give them a beautiful way to eliminate the waste in their business and make it all really valuable and address a massive
issue at the same time. Yeah, exactly. So we provide a sustainable option. So there will be reasons why brands have to perhaps get rid or lose product because it's about to go out of date. There's been maybe there's been a change in legislation. There's an ingredient that they can't now have in their product, or that they've changed their logo, or whatever it is, or they're discontinuing something and they've got loads of it left in their warehouse. We can take it.
It's beautiful.
So it's an option for
so
those
when
brands.
when everyone on WeAre8 are donating their earnings to beauty banks, that's just helping get more people toothpaste, deodorant, makeup feeling good, right?
Yeah. And the thing with makeup, which I think is really important, like when people donate money to beauty banks, we buy essentials. So we buy the top 10. So that's deodorant, shampoo, shower gel, toothpaste, disposable razors, that kind of thing. The makeup and stuff we get as donations from brands. And we didn't do makeup to begin with. We didn't give makeup out to begin with. But because we didn't want people to think that we were just trying to put beautify something, right? That's not what we were doing. But we were asked for it by a lot of our refuge, domestic abuse charity partners, because a lot of women that flee domestic abuse haven't been allowed to wear makeup. And so by putting on a lipstick or makeup or whatever that we send, it's a different message that they're giving to themselves of their freedom and their escape from the abusive situation that they've lived in. So it's more than a lipstick.
Yeah, it's love.
Yeah, it's safety.
Yeah, respect.
Freedom, respect. So it's bringing their self-confidence back. So.
And can I ask you, there's a lot of concern around charities, when you pay it forward, how much is really going through. I mean, one of the things I absolutely love about what you're doing, 100% is going to the product and the end result,
exactly.
right?
So we are a grassroots charity. We're really small and we're tiny. It's basically me and Sally, co-founders, and we have full-time jobs. This is our sort of side hustle. And we've got one full-time person that works for us, who actually lost her job during COVID because she was a makeup artist and she used to work at counter at Bobbi Brown, so she couldn't work anymore. So she works for us doing logistics. And we keep it as small and as tight as we can because we want to make as much impact with every penny that we've given. And that means no office, no infrastructure team, big team, no warehouse.
Waste.
Yeah, we try and we reuse every single box as much as we can until it's falling to pieces. And Sally and I don't take a wage or draw any expenses from beauty banks.
And so you reach scale through all the infrastructure. So you're using. So would it ultimately, could it be that when you're getting a meal through FareShare or this whole infrastructure, could you distribute through these existing
exactly.
channels?
We're always reverse engineering everything, right? So it's reverse engineering and making everything up as we go along to try and find a way to scale and reach as many people as possible without growing a business. Because we don't want to grow a business. We don't want beauty banks to be a charity business. No offense to anyone that does that. Everybody works in a different way. But for us, we want maximum impact with minimum infrastructure, minimum business, we don't want to create a model, Well, we want to create a model,
it's
but we want
right?
people model. Right?
Yeah.
It's a people model, and it's driven by people who share the same passion with us as us to end hygiene poverty. So it's all about trying to reach people in a way that need it, but in a way that doesn't cost us anything.
I love it. And you know what? There is no one better to bring because so many charities, they can make the recipients feel small and poor thing.
Yeah, and used as case studies.
Right?
Yeah.
No more. This is about, you are awesome. You are elevated. It's everything 8 is about. Like
it's
recognizing, it's lifting, right?
We've got this, I can't remember who came up with the term, but we rise by lifting others, right? I really believe that. And I think that What I don't like, and what Sally and I are fundamentally opposed to, is using people who are in vulnerable situations for whatever reason as case studies to drive awareness of our charity.
Totally.
This is so-and-so, they can't afford to be clean, poor them, you know, here's a picture of them, you know, this is where they live. That to us is just not
Horrific.
our way. It's not our way, you know,
Yeah.
and actually it doesn't, there's a lot of stigma that comes attached with not being able to be clean, not being able to feed yourself and your family. And that is elevated by someone putting a spotlight on you and getting you to tell your story. And that's not the way that we do things. And we've had to turn down a lot of publicity opportunities because that's what
People wanna
they
do.
want. The press, they want, oh, could you just show us the end user? Could we interview the end user? And we're like, no. And this, well, then I'm afraid we can't do it. Fine. That's fine,
Yeah.
because we don't want to use someone else's situation to promote ourselves and our message. We don't need to do that. There are other ways to do it. So, yeah.
And you're about supply. This is about scale through supply chain. Tell us about your awesome Christmas. Firstly, what's your wish this Christmas? Can
My
you share?
wish. For Christmas, we are doing a campaign called Make a Wash.
Oh,
Which
nice. Oh, funny.
And I've been creating all of the assets for it. So I've been learning how to create Giphies and stickers and gift vouchers that we sell through our website that I'm also building at the moment.
Oh, nice.
Which I didn't know how to do. And since last week, I've learned how to do that. And it's called Make a Wash. And the idea is that you buy a gift voucher from us online for either £10, £25 or £50, and you give that as a gift to someone. So you're making a donation on their behalf to
Oh,
us.
I love this.
It's cute, right?
Oh, we can run it through 8. We
It's
can
really
promote-
cute. And listen to the
It's
story.
so cute.
It's called Happy Cleanmas. No, it's so cheesy. It's really cheesy.
Oh
but
my God,
Christmas
only
is
you
cheesy,
can
isn't
pull
it?
Christmas is cheesy.
Yeah, Christmas is cheesy. So
But fabulous.
that's what
Christmas
we're
is
doing.
magical, cheesy, funny. That's the whole.
we want to make
Christmas
sure,
purpose.
so our sort of Christmas wish, I suppose, is to make sure that we can continue servicing people that need us into
Yeah.
that, and to
Yeah.
make sure that no one has to go through their day being unclean, and that everybody has the right to.
Be clean.
So
I
that's
love
our
it,
Christmas
Jo.
wish.
Oh,
I'll make
happy
a wash.
Christmas.
Happy Cleanmas.
Okay, how do Oh, thanks, Jo.
No,
You're
thank
so fabulous.
you.
I love
Thank
you.
you for your support. Hi, my name is Jo Jones and I'm the co-founder of a charity called Foodbanks, and we are part of the WeAre8 family and the Christmas campaign that they're running this year. Download the WeAre8 app today and you could be in with a chance of winning an incredible beauty prize, a hamper worth over £1,000.